warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Alia Ramadhani and I'm from Cokora Minoto Palopo University, majoring in English education. Today, I will deliver information from the Source Education Learn English video. Today, we are going to learn how to listen for specific information. This type of listening is known as listening for meaning. First, we will try and predict what we are going to hear then. We will work out the purpose of listening, and finally, we go through what we need to look out for while listening. What we need to look out for while listening? The first thing we need to do is look at the title or any picture provided and start thinking of what vocabulary you are likely to hear. For example, if you are watching an update on the weather, you might see a title. You might hear words related to the weather, such as temperature. You can also predict what grammar will be used here. For example, a weather forecast will most likely use future tense. You can also predict what grammar will be used here. You have stored in your mind in better understand what you are going to listen. There are two main purposes of listening. You might be listening to get certain information, or you might be doing a listening comprehension exercise or assessment. If you are doing a listening comprehension or listening assessment, familiarize yourself with the type of comprehension question you might come across. Here are some examples. Short answer, fill in the blanks, true, false, not given, and multiple choice. Read the question carefully to understand the information you need to listen. For a short answer question, if the question begins with when, you need to be listening for that or time. For a fill in the blank question, if the sentence says the process up to 10 hours, you need to be listening out for a verb. For example, in a passage about shoes, if the sentence states that shoes can be worn forever, read the question really carefully so that you can work out if any words in the sentence make it true or false. And if you don't hear the information at all, you can choose not given. In a multiple choice question, you can sometimes eliminate the answer you are sure are incorrect before you listen, or if you do the first listening, you can cross out one or two options, which leaves you with the other to choose from. If you are listening to get certain information, you should list the information that you need to collect and listen out for words that would lead to that information. Here are some things to look out for when listening for meaning. Use signpost words through the conversation or explanation to indicate where they are up to in their dialogue. So, for example, they might start with the greeting, "Good morning everyone," and that indicates that the speaker is greeting their audience and is about to start. You might need to infer meaning from sentence or expression you hear. For example, in the conversation, listen to the opening and closing of the conversation to understand and the relationship between the speaker and where they are. You can also sometimes guess the meaning from the intonation of a speaker's voice. Louder words such as nouns, verb, adjective, and adverb usually carry the most important information. If a speaker wants to make sure the listener gets a particular word, verb, or point that's important, they might actually say it's a little bit louder and slower, or they might repeat it into different kinds of sentence so that you definitely get their point. Finally, pay close attention to repeat terms and pause. There are cues for possible key points in the conversation or explanation. When you are listening for comprehension or an assessment, underline or highlight the important words in the question which you need to focus on while listening. And remember, just practice, practice, practice the more you expose yourself to different listening activities. In In conclusion, effective listening involves a few key steps and strategies. Start by predicting what you will hear based on the title or accompanying image, focusing on relevant vocabulary and grammar. Understand your listening objective, whether it is to gather specific information or to complete a listening comprehension exercise. Familiarize yourself with common types of comprehension questions, such as short answer, fill in the blanks, true, false, not given, and multiple choice, and adapt your listening approach accordingly when listening to the information. Identify the important details you need and pay attention to the pointing words and expressions that guide the conversation. Infer meaning from context and intonation and focus on emphasis or repeat words, which often highlight key points. By applying these strategies, you can improve your ability. During this time, I often feel that I have not fully maximized my listening skills. Through this new understanding, I realized that early prediction of what to hear and understanding the purpose of listening is an important first step. This helped me focus on the keyword and important information being conveyed. I also learned that recognizing the types of question in comprehension exercises such as short answer, fill in true, false, not given, and multiple choice and helpful in preparing myself to listen more effectively by focusing on important details and keywords, as well as understanding the meaning of context and intonation. I can better capture the information presented. By applying these strategies, I hope to improve my listening skills. My application in an academic context is that during listening exercises, focus on keywords and important concepts that are often repeated or emphasized. This can help in understanding and remembering important information. In conclusion, to improve listening skills, it is important to apply a few key steps: predicting what will be here, determining the purpose of listening, and focusing on keywords and important information during listening. Look at the titles or image provided to predict the vocabulary that is likely to be here. In comprehension exercise, identify question types such as short answer, fill in the blank, true, false, not given, and multiple choice. Intonation and repetition of words often indicate important information. Nouns, verb, adjective, and adverb that are pronounced louder usually contain the most important information. Underline or highlight important words in question during comprehension or assessment exercises. Practice listening regularly to improve your ability to capture the information. That's all from me, and hopefully it can be useful. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.